Hey, good morning everybody in YouTube. It's a great sunny day here in South Florida. My JBN here. Okay, so today it's been pressing in my mind and I just want to talk about it a little bit. I want to talk about the mark of the beast, the beasts of Revelation, and the Sunday law. Okay? A while back when I first started making videos, somebody asked me a question as a comment on one of my videos and asked me about this subject, and I said I was going to make a video and I just haven't gotten around to it, but I'm going to make it right now. So, when we look at biblical prophecy, okay, we can identify in Revelation, we can identify the first and second beasts, okay? All the research that I've done, all the different scenarios and ideas and theories about the beasts, my conclusion is, I think the first beast of Revelation is the Catholic Church. We already know that the Catholic Church openly worships Satan. So I know some of you out there, as soon as I said that, you're just losing your minds. Just super angry, but, you know, the truth makes us angry. If we think back about the Catholic Church and what they've done in history, okay, they have been behind, whether directly or indirectly, every genocide in history. I mean, we remember through history learning about the Pope and the Vatican and the Catholic Church, the Spanish Inquisition, just to name one example. To name another one, Hitler was trained, not trained, but educated in the Catholic system. Mussolini, Stalin, Lenin, Marx. And they were bad, according to everybody. Most. Oh man, this is a division right here. I know I'm going to piss off some people, even my friends, with this, but these are just my thoughts, okay? I got no problem talking about it and discussing it, but this is how I see it. So, there's the Catholic Church. They openly worship Satan. If you don't think so, go to YouTube, where you are now, and type in Vatican 2015 Easter, and you can watch the priest stand up there and sing a song. Oh, Lucifer, you are the God, you are the true Son of God, you are the morning star, the light of the world, the one true Son of God. I mean, you watch that video, I'm like, how come there's no, like, revolt happening in the church right now? Why aren't they streaming out of the seats, massing the front of the church, and just beating the shit out of everybody? I mean, I know that's what I would do. But, you know, people just have short memories. Well, alright, so much stuff swirling around, it's hard for me to keep track. And remember, I don't do these are not scripted. I just think about it a little bit and then I just push record and here we are. So just bear with me, okay? So the first beast of Revelation, Catholic Church. They came out of the sea, which is existing, established, populated, right? The city with 7 hills. You know, I think there's 14 specific descriptors that do not fit any other entity. Okay? So, first beast, Catholic Church. Second beast, USA. Yay. Hooray. Woo. Why do I think that we're the second beast? Well, the second beast rises out of the land. Land signifies new world, sparse population, unestablished, among 9 specific descriptors. Again, you can find 1 or 2 or 3 to describe almost anything, but you can't get all of them to fit unless it's the right one. You know what I'm saying? Does that make sense? Okay. So when we look at the first and second beast, and we understand who they are, that leads us to the mouthpiece of Satan. We know that's a man. That man also has the title, not the title, but the number, okay? The number 666. Well, I don't think it can be any other thing but man. Okay, I don't think it's all men. I don't think it's all mankind. I think it is one man at a time. Because only one man is the spokesperson. Only one man is the speaker for the dragon. That's the Pope. When we talk about the 8 kings of Revelation, and this all goes together, right? When we talk about the 8 kings of Revelation, we can see that those are popes, because in conjunction with the 8 kings, before that, the beast was killed, effectively, right? The death of the second beast, the death of the first beast, right? Which leads to the resurrection of the first beast. Okay? So what happened? What happened with the death of the beast? How did that happen? Well, that was when Berthier, General Berthier, was sent over from France to put an end to the papacy, because they were so horrible in history. I mean, I don't know how people forget that. And everybody's like, "Woo, Francis, you're so great, you're so awesome." Oh, yeah. I mean, you guys are nuts. You guys are worshiping this guy. I don't get it. Anyway, stay on topic. So, George Berthier demolished the papacy in 1879. 200 years later, we have the Lateran Treaty. Okay? What happened? The papacy was resurrected. It was reborn. How do we know that? Well, because there were no popes until then. From when George Berthier demolished the papacy until the Lateran Treaty, there were no popes. The first beast was effectively resurrected, and the Pope came back into power. The second thing that happened with that was the Vatican became its own independent territory, country. Okay? Kind of like Washington, D.C. here in the States. So, since the Lateran Treaty, we are on our 8th Pope. If you look into the descriptors describing the first 7 and then the 8th, it goes along right with those popes. It's right there. I don't think it can be anything else. So, Revelation also says, and the first beast will come into the second beast and apply all of its power and authority therein. Right? What's going on with Obama and Francis? Those two are like that. Those two dudes, they know. And these guys, they must know who they are. I mean, Francis must know that he's the 8th king, the false prophet. If you Google false miracles, you can see that he's done them and proclaimed them as miracles. People are eating it up. Just eating it up. So, if the Vatican, the Roman Catholic Church, is the first beast, if the United States is the second beast, and if the Pope, every Pope, is the spokesperson, the mouthpiece of the dragon, Satan, then what's the mark of the beast? Well, a lot of people like to say that the mark of the beast is going to be this RFID chip, okay? Radio frequency identification. Other people think it's going to be like a barcode. My thoughts on that. The way God works, He doesn't provide us with artifacts that are man-made, right? So, why would Satan? They both work on a supernatural level. So, I think the mark of the beast is the coming Sunday law. Now, other people have said, and I found this through my research too, that the Sunday law already happened. I mean, hundreds of years ago. That might be true. That may be true. But that doesn't mean that is the Sunday law that's going to, like, cause all men to receive the mark in the end. You know, if the Sunday laws happened in the past and the 8th king wasn't here, then obviously that wasn't it. That wasn't the mark of the beast causer. Right? I mean, you got to have all the things match up along the timeline in order for that to be what it is. So, now we have the 8th king. We've established the first and second beasts. We established the resurrection of the first beast. We've established the coming together of the first and second beast together. And we know that Sunday law is an agenda that the Pope and Obama are both pushing for. You can see commercials for it already. Google the Dodge Sunday commercial. You can see it. It's happening. You can deny it, but it's happening. Now, talking about spiritual marks. Supernatural marks. Everyone likes to talk about the mark, but everyone likes to forget about the opposite of the mark, right? What's the opposite of the mark? We have the mark of the beast, and then we have the opposite, the supernatural seal of God. They're both in the forehead, but the mark of the beast is also in the hand. That signifies thoughts and actions. Okay? How can man give you a supernatural mark? I don't think that's possible. So, when we talk about the mark, we have to talk about commandments. One of the commandments is keep the holy Sabbath day. Keep it holy. Right? Well, we already know that the papacy just totally demolished the Sabbath day by changing it to Sunday, this pagan sun worship day, and also with the Gregorian calendar from Pope Gregory. It was specifically to hide the Sabbath day from us. Another indication that they're the mark. They are against Christ. So, what is Sunday law saying? Sunday law is saying the Holy Sabbath day is changed to Sunday because it wasn't Sunday. Sunday law is saying, I don't care what religion you are, I don't care what God you believe in, I don't care if you don't believe in God. You're going to go to Catholic Church under the guise of one world religion, unity, coexist. How many times have we heard Obama and the Pope say there's more than one way to heaven? Well, the Bible clearly teaches that's false. So, Sunday law has two goals. To get you to break a commandment, number one. And number two, by proxy, pledge allegiance to Satan. I don't see it any other way. Do you? All of the things that have been happening, everything that's led up to this, people say the Bible's not true. Well, page 1 describes a flat earth, stationary, immovable. First chapter, first page. Last chapter describes everything we're seeing today. So if the first and the last are obviously true, verifiable, testable, measurable, then what makes you think the middle's no good? I don't see that it can be. So, those are my thoughts on the coming Sunday law, the beasts of Revelation, the mark of the beast. It's going to be a supernatural mark. You pledge allegiance to Satan. You bust a commandment on purpose or unknowingly. Ignorance is not an excuse. In this day, where you have the internet and a brain and the ability to get information at your fingertips on demand, ignorance is no excuse, and it is a choice. You are making a choice. Even when you don't make a choice to act, you're making a choice. You say, fuck it, I don't want to deal with that. You just made a choice. I don't have time to deal with that. You just made another choice. It doesn't matter to me one way or the other. You just made another choice. Alright, so I hope this was a little helpful. Sorry it was so long-winded, but, you know, it's a lot of information to get out, and I still just barely scratched the surface with it. But, you know, think about that. If you have any contradictory thoughts, or, you know, I guess contradictory is the wrong word. If you have any other thoughts or expansion or discussion, leave a comment. Let's talk about it. Alright, you guys have a great day. Peace, people.